Hello everyone, this is Ariana. Today another video on how to heal this boss about the Council of Blood, the 7th boss of Castle Nathria in Mythic difficulty. Today I will adjust a bit the format of this video. I will go for an explanation of what are the important mechanics as a healer, and then I will do a walkthrough our first skill to explain how you handle those mechanics with the others that does concern you as a player, even though it doesn't concern you as a healer. Use the comment section for any constructive criticism and for any question. You can reach out to me on Twitch. The link is in the description down below. And now let's get into it. The first ability that is important is the Dancing Fever. This is the added mechanic from Mythic. The boss will drop on 5 players, 3 stacks debuff, each stacks getting removed by jumping, and it deals damage to the entire raid when you do. So basically double raid CD on each. The second ability is the Oppressive Atmosphere. This is an increasing damage over the phase effect. So the longer the phase, the higher stacks you will get from the Oppressive Atmosphere, the higher the pressure will be on your raid. The third ability is the Drain Essence. The boss will target 3 people in the raid, dealing heavy damage to them. You will just need to pull them up, and you will need not to destack the Dancing Fever when a Drain Essence occurs. You will see it on the walkthrough. And the last ability that is important to understand, but you will not really counteract it, is the Throw Food. There is an ad that is doing Throw Foods. It deals a small amount of damage, but they can be a lot on the fight, and this will be the case at the very end. So it will become a very big problem, as you will see. Now, let's not talk too much about it, and let's just show you. I'm just gonna show you how loot things works. So here we go for the walkthrough. First set of Dancing Fever, you just destack all of them immediately because it's through everything. You will have Spiritual, you will have Spirit Link, you will have AMZ. So we just destack all of them at the same time. We take a lot of damage, but SLT made it just being good, just a joke. So you heal through it, then you get a set of Drain Essences, then you get the Dark Recital. You will see me damaging a lot on this phase just because you want to beat the timer of the Dutiful. You start healing again when the Drain Essences occurs right now. And then you go back to damage. You always drop everything that will counteract the Oppressive Atmosphere. So for me, it's Healing Rain, Wellspring. For the Disciplined Priest, you will Radiance on cooldown to avoid stacking up the Radiances, etc. Here, first the Dance, it's just useless. There's nothing happening during it, so I skip. And here we go. Second Dancing Fever. You hold them because you have the Drain Essences. You heal the Drain Essences. Then you start destocking the Dancing Fever. You get the Dark Recital, and you end up the destack of the Dancing Fever during it. You don't want to destack everyone because otherwise, not at the same time, just because otherwise the people with the Dark Recital will die. So you just take it slow, even though you're at a low amount of stacks of the Oppressive Atmosphere. Here you saw Drain Essences, wasn't clutch because nothing's happening. And here we go again, just damage, drop the Healing Rain, drop the Wellspring. Here I don't Healing Rain, I'm a bad shaman. Drain Essences again. Dark Recital, and Dancing Fever 3 right after. Here you wait for people to come back before you do the Dark Recital. The to come back from the Dark Recital before you do the Dancing Fever. I hold on to mine because I knew the Oppressive Atmosphere will drop, and so I would be able to destack without any danger. So I didn't risk it, I just hold mines, making everyone else destack while I was able to full heal without having to jump. I didn't want to use the Grace. And I just destack after the Oppressive Atmosphere drops. As you saw, there was no danger. Here we need to move because the Dancer's coming down onto us. So here you don't have the Dancing Fever at the same time, but it can happen. Be aware of not dropping immediately your AoE on the ground if that happens. Here, Dancing Fever 4. And here we go, you do a full destack because this is through the link. And you see the powered barrier coming afterward. It's because he forgot it. He was he was a bit late on the spirit shell, and we told him just to drop it because he would be wasted otherwise. And as it were, we had 7 stacks of the Oppressive Atmosphere, so we still got value out of it. Here, Dark Recital, I'm play a broken class, so I Grace heal during it, and then we go to the dance. I skip it because nothing's happening on this one neither. And here we go. We come back on a real phase. Dancing Fever again. Here you see we got the dancers coming down at the same time. We move first, then we drop everything. So Ash and Olo, we have a rallying cry going on, and we full heal. Here during progress, we had a problem where people randomly died, and we didn't know why. As you can see on the right side of the screen, the Ash and Olo should be dropped on the 4th, and yet he dropped it on the 5th. Why? Because we wanted to counteract precisely that. Why we had the death, it was because of the throw food. We had no DR, no massive DR, so we need to out-heal the throw food completely to avoid people getting killed. And Ash and Olo was just for it. So here we go, all the healing on the Angelina Jolie. So here you see on the sides the people getting the mobs who's throwing food. They are getting killed by the boomies, but it takes time. They get all enraged effect eventually. So just be aware that when a lot of these ads are up, you need to heal a lot. They can be controlled, so you can stun them, you can do everything to them. Here, another set of Dancing Fever where we have the dancers coming down, so we move first and then we drop everything, HTT, etc. We heal through it. As you can see, 8 stacks of the Oppressive Atmosphere. This is by far one of the hardest sets because you're high on the amount of stacks. So here we go. We just try to avoid people's death, and because we know the boss will die, so we will reset the Oppressive Atmosphere. And when the Oppressive Atmosphere is down to 0, we pull back up everyone. But the first thing was to avoid people dying. And here we go. Another set of Dancing Fever, the 8th. We go for Powered Barrier. Here a big mistake from our raid on the kill. The barrier drops and we have one guy destacking entirely and another guy doing 1 stacks. That's a massive mistake. We should have destacked at least 2 people, perhaps 3. That was a massive mistake and we will pay it. Look at the red frame. we will pay it. Here comes some people destacks, half of the raid of the barrier, and someone's dead. We pay it immediately. So don't do that. If the barrier is down, destack. Don't hold them. Yeah, I'll wait for people to come back up before I start destacking. I know I have a bit of time, as you can see on the Wikora in the middle of the screen. So I take the time to make sure everyone is nice and healthy. Here I believe Dina died randomly from a throw food. I'm not sure though. And here we go to the dance that actually matters, because you have ads up during it, and so you kill them. Here I'm a bit late on damaging them. That's an error from my side. Should have started damaging immediately. You damage them because you want to kill them before the dance is over. So as you don't have to heal anything anyway, just damage. Simple, right? So here we kill the last one and we go into the last phase. Dancing Fever, this is the last one we will be healing through. So we use everything available. I think it will hold on to AM just for the high amount of stacks we will get later, I guess. That was the plan in the first place. And so we heal through this Dancing Fever. It's not a hard one. Low amount of stacks of the Oppressive Aura. You got it now. But the longer this phase is, the more people you will get randomly killed. Because as you can see, you get a massive amount of ads that are throwing food and they get enraged. So basically, the longer the phase, the less possible to kill the boss will be, because as people dies, the dutiful will remain alive longer, so you will have less uptime on the boss, etc. Vicious cycle. These stacks of Dancing Fever, we completely ignored them. No one is supposed to destack at all. Just because you kill the boss during the stacks are on. Do not destack if the boss is going to die during it. There's no point doing that. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope it will help you get this boss down. If you have any question, use the comment section. If you have any constructive criticisms, do the same. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, like it, and subscribe if you want more. And do never forget, the wind doesn't kill people, only slacking does.